Hi everyone, I hope you're all doing well. So today's video is basically going to be answering a question I've been asked by one of my subscribers to do a video about how to get a UK car driving license. If you are an overseas nurse and you've arrived, how do you go about it? So watch out for this video. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Becky Setra. I hope you're all doing well. If this is the first time you're watching my videos, please remember to subscribe, like and share. So this video, I've been requested to do this by one of my viewers. She wanted to find out how to get a car driving license in the UK. So this person is an overseas nurse and wants to know a bit more about this topic. So as you know, most of my videos are for nurses, but this would be beneficial for anyone who has arrived in the UK and is wishing to get a car. It would be beneficial for senior carers as well, because some of your job might involve driving, or you might want to drive, or healthcare assistants who have arrived in the UK. They have families and they are thinking of getting a car. Now, I've got a few things for you to consider before you get a car. One of them is, why do you need the car? Is it for work? Is it, for example, the type of job you do, you need to be driving? Is it for leisure? Can you use public transport instead? So we have buses that are very reliable. So you have to ask yourself these questions, because if it is not very necessary, then you may save some money by not having a car. Why do I say that? I said that because having a car in the UK can be a bit costly. You need to insure your car. The car insurance depends on the type of car you're driving, whether it's new, whether it's old, whether it's, you know, what type of car is it you're driving. Annual road tax. So apart from car insurance, we pay annual road tax, and annual road tax costs about £155 as well. I pay about £18 a month, so you can pay it by monthly direct debit. And it also depends, that's just a small car I drive. So if you're driving a bigger car and you're driving a diesel, so it depends on what fuel you put in your car, whether diesel or petrol as well. So, and the size of your car, your road tax depends on that. So it's important to check on those things. And then we pay for MOT. So MOT is, you send your car to the mechanics to check whether it's roadworthy and all that as well, and you would be paying for that as well. So you have to weigh the advantages and disadvantages before you decide to get yourself a car. And if you buy the car and you're not driving it, you have to notify DVLA and fill some forms and all that. Okay, so when you arrive from overseas, you actually can't use your your valid foreign driver's license in the UK from when you've arrived for up to 12 months. After that, you have to change. So that is an option to look at. So you can use your own foreign driver's license since you become a resident in the UK. Now, just bear in mind the driving here is a bit different from wherever you might be coming from. It might be the same. So the driver's seat is on the right hand side in the UK, and then we drive, is he on the left side? Something like that. When you get here, you find out yourself. So let's carry on. So let's go and talk about how to apply for your driver's license in the UK. So in the UK, 16-year-olds can have a driver's license, but they cannot drive until they are 17 years old. And to apply for the provisional license, you should be able to read a number plate 20 meters away. So there you have to make sure your eyes are in good order or can see properly. You should have legally lived in the UK for 185 days in the past 12 months. So 185 days is approximately 6 months before you can apply for provisional driver's UK provisional driver's license. How much does that cost? It costs about £34, between £34 to £43 to apply online. What do you need to use? ID. So ID is needed unless, of course, you have a UK passport when the address and a photo signature are all on the same page. If not, then you must send your valid foreign passport with a visa sticker in it or a stamp showing your permission to live in the UK. You can send other travel documents like your biometric residence permit. You have to send the originals of these documents. No photocopies would be accepted. Now, you can also use a UK birth or adoption or naturalization certificate, but these must also be sent with either your NI card, which is a national insurance card, or your P45. I would add some links as to how to go about all these. If your name has changed, you have to make sure that you show documents to support your change of name, and you will need a counter signatory. This is not required if you agree for Home Office to have DVLA to check your details with Home Office. A signatory might not be required. That is, once again, if you give permission for DVLA to check your ID with the Home Office. Now, learning to drive, cost of learning. So based off, let's say you want to start driving, we have 2 tests you have to do. You would do a theory test and a practical test. You can start driving, as I said, by the age of 17 when you have learned. So you learn to drive from the age of 17, and you must be supervised by a qualified driver. And when you're learning, whoever is teaching you should have to remember to display the L plate on the car to show there is a learner here. You need to at least have about 45 lessons in order to pass. But because if you are already a driver from your foreign country, then that might be easier. You might not need all the 45 lessons. How much does it cost? So if you're learning to drive in the UK, depends on where you are, and it depends on who is teaching you. You can pay between £30 per hour to 35 or even £40 per hour. So you can calculate that by 45 hours. The theory test as well would cost about £23. The practical test costs about £62 during the week, or if you're doing your practical test at the weekend, you would pay about £75. So let me go through the total cost of learning to drive in the UK. So provisional license would cost you about £34. Your theory test would cost you about £23. Driving lessons would cost you about £1,350. Your practical test during the day, weekday, would cost you about £62. £75 during the weekend, if that is when you are doing your test. In total, from getting a provisional license in the UK to learning and finishing to become a fully UK driver or qualified car driver, I'm not talking about the big cars, just the normal cars that we all have, you may spend approximately £1,500 or more actually. Now, how do you get the vehicle in the UK? You want to buy a car, and how much do they cost? It depends on your pocket. Before you buy a car, you need to check very well that you're not buying a stolen car. You need to get the registration number of the car, the make, the model, and the MOT history and the logbook. You need to check these details. And you can go on DVLA when you get the car number. You can check on the internet actually. You need to check the car history to make sure the car has never been called or recalled for safety issues. Check the logbook to make sure it matches and it is not a stolen vehicle. And you have to, when you buy the car, make sure you register the vehicle, register for MOT reminders. You have to remember to insure your car, otherwise the police would be on your case. You have to make sure you tax the car, or the vehicle is taxed. And the type of car and brand, whether used. So if you're buying a car, it depends on what you want, whether you want a brand new car, you want a used car. There are websites that you can check on all these things. If you're buying a brand new car, you can contact the companies straight away. But if you're buying a used car, you can use a website called Cazoo. You can use AutoTrader or Car Guide. There are several other what do we call it? We have several other websites, and there are garages or car sale department in most cities. So you just go to the company. Some of them have used car, and then you can just choose what you want. So basically that's all about acquiring a car in the UK. So I hope this has helped. Remember to share, remember to like. If there is anything you'd like me to talk about, feel free to drop that in a comment section, and I'm more than happy to do it. It might not be straight away, but it would take a few weeks and I would come up with something for you. Take care of yourselves, and I shall see you again hopefully next week Sunday. Bye bye. Have a good week.